Okay.
And we're live, finally.
Yes. Sorry, that was my fault.
No, it's okay. Um, I felt bad. And honestly, it was my fault. I also had my phone missing, and I was searching in a panic for it. So we kind of both had issues going on. But we're
Yeah.
here.
For I there's a guy moving in, and my internet was off for a while because they're getting theirs plugged in and there was an issue.
Yeah.
So oops.
Anyway, so we're also working while we're having this little chat, making some products for you guys. Wow. So I'm over here making some candles while she's over there making some soaps.
Yeah.
Just some extra things for the shop because you guys are running us clean. I want to light some incense because she's over there doing something. So let me just real quick limbo action. I'm also burning out one of these candles so I can keep an eye on it as we're burning it and testing it out. What did I put it right now? See, because I made lunch earlier. I made some pork chops. I got a bit of a mess going on right now. I got a bit of a mess going on right now. Put this here. Right now, what we got burning is one of our female figure candles. It's doing a beautiful job. So, gonna light some incense here. And today, guys, we are talking all things railroad spikes. It is our featured item of the week. We posted about it, I think, on Facebook. I don't know about Instagram. We're not the
Uh,
best at social media.
I think we did, but I could be wrong.
And so with
Question.
every huh,
Question. Do you want, because
yeah,
I'm doing the glycerin protection, do you want squares and rounds? Do you know how many
yeah,
of? Okay.
yeah. Um, what was I going to say?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Oh yes, with every featured item. So for the shop, we're gonna feature an item once a week. It'll always fall on a Sunday, and you can see about it in on our Facebook at most, um, or at least, and on our Facebook and Instagram page once I get more involved in it. And at the end of the week on Saturday, we'll always come out with a video talking about our featured item. And this week, our featured item is our railroad spikes. Let's pull this out
Yes.
real quick. Okay. Boom. Right there.
What to what to use them for? Yeah, I have mine here as an example also. What to use them for? What your options are because there are many and plenty. You still have our list. We kind of put a list together earlier.
I do. I can go grab that real quick. I'm just gonna read this wick through real quick. Once I find my little table that I just stabbed myself with. I'll
I didn't
stab
do
some
that.
fuzz.
So how's everybody doing?
How we guys doing? What's up, Roman? What's up, Bougie? Okay. Let me go grab that list for you.
Yeah. Like I know there is some controversy or opinions on who can use them, who can't use them, blah blah blah. However, like everything else, everybody has a football, just like everybody has an opinion. You do you. Your practice is yours.
What
That's all
happened?
I'm gonna say about that.
What happened?
Nothing. I was just saying, like, there is always that, you can, you can't, you can, you can't. Like, who can do
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
And
You can't
it's
make
your
everyone happy.
practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, railroad spikes. Always traditionally a thing made out of iron for the most part, raw iron. And they are, as it sounds, they are the spikes that are nailed into railroad tracks to keep them in. So they have the energy of the railroad, they have the energy of the train station, the train tracks, the spirits that are involved in that. There's a lot of spirits involved with the railroad.
Yep.
Um, so you can harness that energy into all that power, all that speed, all that movement into your spell work, into your craft to make things happen more quickly, to speed your workings up, to manifest on a faster level. Them
Yes.
being made out of raw iron, they are famous for warding off spirits, the fae, that sort of type. For those who don't like to work with them or want to get influenced or harmed by them, traditionally they can be kept in the four corners of your property or like in your window sills, front door, back door, all that. And that that sounded so bad.
I keep mine. I have a spike in the front and a spike in the back. And then I have them laying about just for other purposes. Because in our practice, we've used them several times so far in different various things.
Yeah. I have a little spell that I created on my own that involves taking an animal foot, normally of an aggressive animal foot, tie it to a railroad spike with twine. So, charm that, pray over that, call on the spirits to enchant it, and then I hammer it into the corner of the property or four corners of the property, however you want to do that. What's
Yeah.
going on, Tammy? How you doing?
Hey, I can't see comments. Hold on.
Oh, you can't see comments?
Okay, I can now. I can now. I just
Nope.
didn't this button.
Okay.
Let's see. What else? Do you want to do categories like protection or um, sacred space or scrying or because I was thinking if you wanted to,
Talk to me.
you could do scrying with them just as a directional type object to move the air, the water, whatever you're using, the smoke, to draw your sigils into the smoke, whatever.
Okay. Yeah. Now, how would you feel on that with iron and magic? Because I know we've had that conversation before. Because some say that iron prevents magic, or iron or magic can't touch iron.
I've never personally really. Okay, let me say this. I think it really depends on a lot of things because, like, we were going to also bring up the fact that graveyards have
Yeah.
iron fences and
All
gates.
graveyards and cemeteries have iron around them.
Yeah, and obviously there's a belief behind it, a use behind it, because we've all seen them. They used to put iron cages over certain graves just in case something arises later.
Yeah,
But I mean, I think honestly, if you have belief in something, then that gives it power. You know what I mean?
I agree. I do think iron has protective qualities, but I don't think iron is untouchable by magic itself.
No, because
Because
think
we
about it.
enchant iron.
Exactly. We enchant the iron itself. But like that's us, you do you. Everybody has their own stance on it.
Exactly.
I personally like them for um how do you say, oh god. What am I trying to say? Protection, but with the element of like more aggressive, like when you're trying to keep someone away or keep someone down or keep someone anchored or keep someone locked in place.
Okay.
Keep someone out or something out.
You could if because psychic traps are a thing. If you
Yes.
wanted to trap any spirits that come your way to, be a malevolent influence on you somehow, right? You can make a trap, a spiritual trap in a sense, out of railroad spikes. Kind of just like in the cemetery, where because the iron fences around the cemetery, the iron gates, isn't just to.
Keep things in, keep things out.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So you can do that. If you had enough railroad spikes, you can literally do an entire circle around your perimeter for protection.
Yeah.
I need a bit of putty. Let me grab that real quick.
Like
Along
if
with
y'all
that,
have questions, comments, or whatever, put them in the in the caps. Like that way we can see them.
yeah,
Because I think we're both on. Are you on your phone or computer?
I'm on my computer.
You're on your computer. Okay, so you can see them a lot
Yeah,
easier.
everything's big for me. I will say you can also use. So let me show you real quick. Railroad spikes typically will come rusty, so you can use the scrapings off of a railroad spike and use them in protection oils, potions, elixirs, non-internal elixirs.
Yeah, nothing you consume,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah, it is rust. But so and again with the power of the railroad, you can use it to direct your energy and to send your energy outwards. You know what I mean? And to send it where it wants to go in a directional sense. If you're using magic or placing a curse on someone, you can wrap a tag lock around that iron spike and use it as a wand directing the curse to their house.
I read these. Look at my giant metal chopsticks. Let's see. What is going on in these comments?
Who said that, guy? Shit, what happened?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to read. Okay, so I'm at Rowan's.
Oh, if you
Ratio
blink
of
with your
iron can be
something.
found at the railroad tracks and can keep the railroad spikes in his shrine to help reinforce the strength. Glad to catch the light. Well, I'm glad you caught it too, because we was late as hell. Me too, Tammy. Hey,
No,
bougie.
literally.
Uh, good point, Rowan. Okay, I have a question. What sounds like BS, bougie?
I don't think we should promote that.
Promote what? Communication. Wait.
Consuming rust won't kill you. Are we sure
I
about that?
mean, well, I know. Okay. So let me. This might be where he's coming from.
Well,
Cast iron
yeah,
leaches
true.
into your skin. Like that's
Yeah.
Teflon. Actually, okay. I don't know if Bougie knows this. He might know where I'm going with this. But Teflon had beef with cast iron because they wanted to rule the industry. So they did a smear campaign against cast iron, saying that it was harmful, it was bad for you. When in fucking reality, Teflon is horrendous for you, your animals, your pets, your environment, everything. It was a total schmear. And I always keep up to date because of my job. Oh yeah, when magic can't be touched by witchcraft. Yeah. I
Yeah.
do know of this. Yes, he knows what I was talking about.
Hmm. So, okay. Keep forgetting this is my microphone.
So did you tell him what you're working on over there?
No, because it's a secret.
That's a secret.
I told them I'm working on candles, and that's that.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you tell them what you're doing over there?
I mean, kind of making soap.
That's it. You're just making soap.
I'm making soap.
Okay.
Well, I'm making a tried and true recipe that sells out on our shop all the time. The protection soap.
A protection soap. Yeah, they
Yeah.
love our protections.
Yeah. Well, it smells good and it does the job.
Well, who
Yeah.
doesn't love a bit of dragon's blood and patchouli? I'm just saying.
Right, exactly. Exactly. Think I'm
So
putting too much oil in there.
now we were also thinking in the realms of like in the positive senses, you can use the railroad spikes to nail down your money. So in a sense where for like jar spells, if you have like a large enough jar that'll, fit this will fit in, you can throw a couple of a single dollars change, maybe some brown sugar, put that in a jar with some, money included ingredients, maybe some lodestones in there, a couple magnets,
Thank you.
and huh?
He said he liked my hair.
Uh, so isn't her hair amazing though? For real. But you throw that in there the with some bank dirt and the railroad spike, and that'll nail down your finances and your money. So you're constantly gaining money, but you're not spending it out the wazoo. That way you can gain money and keep money. You can do that with protections, like we discussed. Um,
Your enemy.
yeah, you can use that to nail down a person or to curse a person. If you go to someone's house, well, I mean, so maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe I shouldn't say all that.
Well,
Because sometimes you can't really do that anymore. Cameras and everything.
cameras and everything. That's true.
This generation ain't so nice to witchcraft.
Okay, Rowan. Thank you for saying that because we were discussing earlier, and I was like, I know he wasn't nailed to the cross with these, but I swear every time I have one in my hand, I think of Jesus on a cross, which is horrendous because, like, if you look at the size of these things, do you imagine,
Oh my God! Fuck
like,
that. No,
either
no.
way, some
It
people say
wasn't.
the
It
hands, it
wasn't
was
his
like the
palm.
wrist.
It wasn't his palm.
No, I know it was the wrist, but some people always depict the slits in the hands, but
Yeah.
it was really in his wrist. It wouldn't
Uh,
shred my wrist.
yeah.
I would have fallen off the cross.
Jesus Christ.
Literally.
No.
Fuck.
My oh my. Okay. Um.
They're also
So.
good, like, I imagine if we had a zombie apocalypse, be good. You put this right here, you
uh
just,
Okay,
I
they're
might be
not
reading.
vampires, babe.
Look, I said zombie apocalypse in the head,
Oh, in the head. Okay, and they're just right
Yeah.
into the wall. I like
Yeah.
that. I like that. I have to sneeze now. Hold on.
I'm reading a book. I'm on book 4. Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you, my child. Um, and she may or may not have ran with one of these and did some damage. Okay, what next?
Um. So you can make a poppet out of your enemy, tie a tag lock to that poppet, if not even a little blood, if you're lucky, and go to like the cemetery, go to the crossroads, go to the middle of the woods, places where because in the middle of the woods, you go out there to bury a poppet, people become lost and confused. Let's go to the crossroads. That's kind of like an all-purpose whammy jammy. Go to the cemetery. You're sending spirits to them. You know what I mean? So it depends on where you want to go, but bury it and then take the railroad spike and hammer it through the poppet into the earth and then bury it that way.
I mm,
Go ahead.
I was gonna give my example.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, I okay, so same thing, kind of, but because it's heavy. Say the person you're trying to get at has long hair. Tie a piece of their hair around because it's long. A petition, whatever, a poppet, whatever you want to do. You go to your river. If it has alligators, even better.
Yeah.
And you take the thing with all the stuff attached to it and you chuck it. What's going to happen? It's going to sink to the bottom. It's going to anchor itself down. And then all that water is going to continue to flow over them, right? So they're going to be stuck in place, and everything around them, the life force of everything around them is going to keep going. And they're going to be anchored, and they're not going to be able to go forward. They can't go backward. They're stuck in limbo in a dark, deep, nasty pit. What?
He said, "Get out of his head."
It's a specialty. I can't help it.
She is a telepath. I was also gonna say in the world of Catholicism folk magic, you can tie psalms or prayers, biblical prayers to the railroad spike and leave it that at either your home altar or again the front door of your house or by your by where you keep the crucifix. You could literally, like the old Western style, literally take a poppet there, take a railroad spike there, hammer them into the to the middle of the tracks so a train goes over them, destroy their life. Maybe more than that. Just saying, a little old Western style.
Mhm. Mhm.
But also doing what she was saying with the sending them down into the water, it also drowns them. It drowns them in their problem, in their misery, in their depression. You know,
Yeah.
you can use railroad spikes to block psychic vision.
You can come through. They know I live with people. Come through.
No, your family must stay hidden.
So if you can take like either something like an evil eye or some type of figure of an eye and drive the railroad spike into that. Literally take some chalk, or because we were talking about this earlier, you can take the railroad spike itself and draw into the concrete. Did you try that out? I don't know. I think she was.
No.
No. Okay.
Hey,
Well, they say that it's
you want
smart.
to do an experiment for me?
I have sugar on my hand now.
No, on one hand.
No.
All right.
I can go do it real quick.
Yeah, you go do it because I'm meeting resistance on my end.
About to eat.
All right. Talk to them. That's got to melt.
Oh God. My tradition. We have railroads. I guess take a spider
They're
back
back.
to the marks. Hair or paper with horsehair. Yeah. Buried at 3 row. Yep. I like that. Speaking of nightmares, I had nightmares last night. That better not have been you. I'm just saying. That was a ungodly nightmare. So he's testing that theory. What I was gonna do, which I didn't get a chance to, was lift up my mat because I got to replace my ward anyway. And I was gonna take the iron spike, which I have misplaced. Here it is, and see if I could get my one. I'm pretty sure it's gonna spark, which adds the element of fire. I wouldn't. I would hope not. And draw my family sigil because I normally use like okay, calm down. I normally use a charcoal disc, or if I can get my recipe perfected, which I'm also working on today for the cascarilla, I would like to use that. Huh? I can't say it right. I can't roll my damn tongue. Did it work?
So it does draw, but unless you probably got to do it real force
to get the
sparks to go.
Damn. I was hoping. I know on like granite, iron. Oh yeah, we have concrete. Well, I'm gonna try it anyway. I'm gonna do it anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to put my sigil down because either way, it's gonna cut into the thing and make a mark. So. All right. So that brings up the point of it can be used not like a wand, kind of like directing your energy, using it for like marking and stuff like that. Are you reading?
Yes.
Okay.
Why did it look weird?
You were just like
Like dead-eyed.
Or what are y'all doing on this fine Saturday?
I was reading Bougie's comment. I'm gonna highlight that.
Yeah. I wish I could get on my hands, but I can't. Okay, I gotta enchant. Hold on.
That's nice. Okay. All right. So I'm making this. I will say, for horseshoes, I do have one tradition, one little charm where if you tie, and I actually might have a video on it if you go, like in the past, scrolling past. I have a charm where you take an old coin and you tie, really just any coin, but the older the better. An old coin and you tie it with twine around the base of a horseshoe and you hang it around like the front door for prosperity and good luck. My abuela taught me that. Let me pour this here. I'm gonna have to back you up a little bit. Okay. See, I love this new mold, but like, it's not it's not the best balanced mold.
I wonder if we can rig something for it to sit in.
I'm sure eventually we could.
It just you know what? You could probably use like a smaller jar for it to like sit in.
A smaller jar?
Yeah, like just
Oh
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, smart. All right, well, it's going beautiful right now. I love the color of this.
What color did you do this time?
It's still red.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Figure I got another candle to make out of this. It's a nice red though, because I added more dye.
Yeah.
Even though the first one came out perfect too.
I mean, the first one looked really good. Oh, I can move this back. Oh.
Still burning. Very nice like. I'm still reading. I'm sorry. Hold on.
I'm trying to break up chunks of dragon's blood. I need to get my stool out, kind of.
Owen also keeps horseshoes in his shrine.
Yeah. Is that what Rowan's saying?
Yeah.
I keep a horseshoe above my door. And
Yeah.
I have them on my money altar for attraction.
Mm-hmm. I was saying earlier that I have an old charm my abuela taught me where you take a coin and you tie it to the base of a horseshoe for prosperity and luck.
Oh, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot.
So I have that. I think I have a video on it too. It's in the past, but I think it's out there.
I mean, you should look it up and tag it maybe. That would be a good retag, you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'll probably put that in the description or something later on.
Yeah.
Later on. So, okay, talk to me. What other things would you use the railroad spikes for? Just making up things. Your inspiration.
Relocations.
Oh, you want to talk on that?
Yeah. I mean, well, do you want to talk on that?
I want to talk on that. For some reason, I did. It's written down, and for some reason, I didn't see it there.
It needed me to pull it out.
Okay, go ahead, Diamond.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to talk on it. I actually have a knife that was forged out of. Oh, that's cool as shit. Okay. Reload. Okay, so say you want, huh?
Reading his comment, I was like, oh, nice.
Oh, okay. So say you want to. Okay. All right. I'll do this way. Say you visit a place and you fall in love with it, and you're in that period of life where you're like, okay, it's time to make a change, and you visit again, and you want to mark your territory, so to speak, right? So what you can do is you can do whatever you want, however you do. So we're blood heavy on this end, okay? Put blood on it, put hair on it, put spit on it, whatever you want to do. Mark that item, do whatever you want with it like normal. Maybe a petition or an enchantment or something. And you go to that place and you put this in the ground and you lock it down. Oh, thank you for that picture. I'll look at it in just a second. I just saw it pop up.
I'm gonna
And
wash
you
a pot real quick. I'm gonna go mute real fast.
okay. And then so you stick it in the ground and that's where you want to be, right? So you're anchoring yourself like I want to be in this place. You could do that with a house, an apartment, whatever. I mean, obviously you can't anchor it to a car that you want to buy, but like if we're talking property wise, you could just anchor yourself, draw yourself back here with your own power or back to wherever. And like that comes to mind. And then I'm not ever good at coming up with something nice to do with these things. Looks like a weapon. That's how I treat it. You know what I mean? So I would probably do exactly what I said earlier with the river thing because, it just be tripping. And then I would or could, I want to do the sigil. So I don't know. Coming off the top of my head, like I think we listed just about everything I could come up with earlier. I mean, you could even chuck this with all that same said stuff attached to it into a fire if you really wanted to. That's how it was forged. You know what I mean? Like, I want this sickle. I have an and sickle. That's fucking cool. You always have the coolest shit. But yeah, like you could do just about anything with this. You could nail someone down with this. Like not physically. I mean, don't do that. Like, don't do that. But I'm saying like if you're trying to anchor someone to oh, that's a good one. Anchors maybe a child to like that keeps straying, that keeps getting into trouble. Anchor them to you, anchor them to, you know, if you could forge stuff, you should. I don't know. I always think of these as anchors because they anchor the thing down. But directionally speaking, you could really do a lot with these. I mean, is my brain kind of gets stuck in one area. You should. Um.
Sorry.
Okay, take it away because I just went foggy.
Okay.
I said what was there and then it cleared out.
All right. Well, I'll bring up what I was thinking about.
Need milk?
Because no, I don't need milk for candles. No, actually, you know what I need milk for? I need milk for this. April.
What? Yeah.
That's
I
what I
can't.
need.
It's not in my local Walmart. I'll have to go to an actual grocery store.
That is ridiculous to me. But anyway. So, you know how we like to use different dirts in the craft?
Yes.
So you can. Ooh, I gotta sneeze again.
Gotta watch my hands.
Excuse me. Thank you. So you could take, like, okay, if you wanted to do a healing spell on someone, you can take like an old. I'm gonna need that. I'm done. Like an old flower pot, fill it up with hospital dirt, let's say. Or if they're going through surgery and you want them to come home safe, you can fill it up with their own home dirt. Take your petition, tie it to the railroad spike, and bury it into the dirt until the spell comes true. So you can do that with bank dirt for your finances. You can do that with your, again, home dirt for protection, graveyard dirt for protection, graveyard dirt for sending spirits away, graveyard dirt for nailing down certain spirits. You can use the spike again as like a writing utensil. So carve symbols or sigils into the flat line, like, the flat part of a specific dirt to harness both powers. But yeah, that's pretty much all I could think of when it comes to the railroad spikes. there's really not much you can't do with them, especially because with everything having dual energy, what it can send things at a speedy result and make things come to you quick, or send things away at a fast result. You can send people away. You can also hold things down, nail things down, trap things. You know what I mean? You can do two of the opposites with railroad spikes. So it makes them pretty useful. And their uses are strong, especially because you got to think to the power, the force of all the nails bound together to keep down railroad tracks, you know, for the train. Like that comes with serious power, serious strength.
I was just thinking the strength
Mm-hmm.
aspect because of how heavy those trains are. And like think of the logging industry and how heavy that load would have been.
Yeah.
And the strength it would take to make sure everything stayed grounded where it needed to be. And secure. That's another thing, security. Which I think brought up with securing your finances, securing your home, securing, whatever.
If you have like a type of psychic alarm system or a type of shrine that's dedicated to like protective servitors, you could use railroad spikes to give them strength and power, so they could feed off of you. If you enchant the railroad spike, the spirits or the psychic alarm system could feed off of that power you enchanted. And again, with all that strength and power,
I agree with that. I think I fill them up evenly, and then I look at it, and like one is way lower than the other. I'm gonna top it off.
while I'm making candles, I'm also making pudding. Because who doesn't love pudding?
Who doesn't love what?
Pudding.
Oh my god, pudding. You and your puddings. Oh, I bought pudding. I bought pudding. I didn't make pudding. I bought pudding.
What's up, Lady Witch?
Oh, hey!
I solemnly swear I will behave myself today. Okay. Okay. She said that. She said that. I have it in writing. Oh yeah, no, that I think. Do we have a video on that or no?
Yep. Yeah, I remember those. I was thinking about that earlier.
Chris, do
You
we have a
could bind
video?
your target to a spike and stick them in the freezer. Yeah, you could definitely do that. That's a great idea.
Oh yeah.
Brown sugar and yeah. I like those. See, I like those brains. And what did you say, babe, about the video?
Did we have a video with the brown sugar and that, like, for the money jar?
I
Or
don't
not?
know.
I don't think so. Now that I'm thinking about it.
It's not coming to my brain that I remember.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm trying to. Oh, I gotta fix this. Hold on.
I know we just did something in private that involved sugar.
Yes.
Is that might be what you're thinking of?
No, but we didn't do that on camera. No, I don't think we did that video.
No, I don't think we did either.
But
I know we were working on stuff on camera for said thing. We didn't do it on camera. You know what I mean? We're just talking.
mention harnessing a spirit or an entity that's been sent to you to the sky, and then burying that in a graveyard to detect its influences or its energy, or to go into the woods so it can get lost. You can do that.
I'm running water. Hang on, I'm gonna mute.
Okay. Other than that, though, I think that's pretty much all we got for the railroad spikes. It's a great item and something to keep you protected and grounded. It also grounds your energy to the earthly realms, considering that it is literally buried into the earth, you know. And iron is obviously of the earth, so it grounds our energies. after doing spirit sticking, you can come back and take a river spike that's maybe even been charmed and way over you to neutralize that energy that's around you. It is hot over the stove. Yeah, other than that, I don't know unless Homegirl got anything more on the railroad spikes. That's pretty much it, unless you guys want to comment anything yourself or get off of it. But that is our item of this week. And tune in to tomorrow's Facebook page and Instagram page to see what tomorrow's new feature of the week will be.
Yes, and
And
we
maybe at some time we should start setting polls so that you guys pick what item should be the featured item.
you're breaking up, man.
Am I breaking up?
Yeah.
How bad?
Decently bad.
Decently bad?
Yeah, you sound like a robot and you're very pixelated right now.
Huh.
Kind of like when your phone, I know you're not on your phone, but kind of like when your phone starts dying.
Right. Okay. All right.
I mean, I can make out what you're saying, but I just wanted to let you know.
Well, that's basically it, though. I'm thinking of setting a poll so you guys can pick what maybe our future featured item of the week will be. For those things here at the beginning of the video, we always start the week off on Sunday with a featured item posted on our social, and we end the week on Saturday with a video based on that item of the week.
Yeah, so if y'all want to throw any ideas out there, let us know.
Let us know. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great night. Thank you for tuning in, and catch us tomorrow for our next featured item.
Yes. Y'all have a good night.
Good night, guys. Later.